So once you have your headshot ready, I'm going to ask for you to add that image to Keynote and then to add a shape. So once you've added that shape over top of your face, you can either right-click and choose Make Editable, or of course the alternative way to make any shape editable is Format, Shapes and Lines, and then you select Make Editable from that drop-down. Now, the process we're going through, you could also go through just by selecting the pen tool, so it's kind of a preference thing, or I can make that shape editable and then have it fit my face. So there is the quick shape editable version of my face that I've made. I'm then selecting the pen tool here and just tracing over my hair. And again, I could have used the pen tool the first time around, or I could have made a shape editable. Once I finish my tracing, I hit return. I'm going to add that over to the drawing of my head, selecting my hair color. I'm actually going to go with gradient fill, and maybe that's me, or I'm going a little bit gray. I'll be a little bit more honest, and there is my hair color. So then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to basically create my nose, my eyes, my lips, and you'll notice to get the color of my lips here, I'm actually using that dropper fill so that I get as close of a match to that color as I possibly can. Giving myself a little bling, there's my earring, I can select the color, and then you'll notice that when I did make shape editable, I made a few mistakes. So of course I can always go back, make editable again, and zoom in so I can see those little bits that I want to tweak and repair. So zooming in makes that process a little bit easier. Just going to give myself some eyebrows here. Again, the pen tool is really useful for just kind of quickly drawing. I could have traced if I wanted to have been more precise. And then I want to group all of those images. So I can either do that by arrange once I've selected all, and then I would just go ahead and select group. Alternatively, I can select all of those images, right-click, and then from the pop-up menu after I've right-clicked, you'll see group is there. So once I've selected group, then all of those shapes are one, so I can adjust the size of all of them together, which is nice. And what we're going to do now is experiment with blending that in with a variety of backgrounds. So you'll see I'm just going to add a nice big shape, selecting square, dragging that out, and I'm going to move that behind the rendering of my face that I've created. So I'll send that to the back. And then if I choose again the same color as my face, that's kind of an interesting effect. Maybe I want to keep that, but I'm going to show you using the fill options a few different things that you can do. So in using the image fill, it's important to note that you can use tile, you can stretch the image to fit. So what I'm going to ask you to do is pick a few of the different backgrounds that I've provided for you to just play around and come up with a look that you like. Now you might have to, as I'm doing here, change the size of the rendering of the face. And again, I can either fit the image, I can stretch it, or I can use tile. So the key here is really just that you are experimenting with a few of those different options until you come up with an effect that you like. And I'm providing you with lots of different images to play around with in that image fill until you come up with one that you think is a really good pairing for the rendering of your own face that you've created. So again, this is your chance to experiment, see what you like, and just to have some fun with design. Enjoy.